Now let's talk about adding or removing teams and teachers to an event. If you remember when we created the event, I said all the teachers are going to have schedules. So here, when I click on schedules, I can see the 3 days of my event, and I can see every teacher has a check next to their name. Any teacher with a check next to their name has a schedule, and that's why I can view that schedule. However, sometimes you'll have a scenario where you might have teachers in the system, but they're not going to be there at the conference in general, or they're not going to be there on a specific day. So perhaps Peter is not going to be there on this particular day. He won't have a schedule, and I can save that. But he might be there on the 2nd, on November 2nd, I can see that he can still be there. So you can have some teachers available on some days, some on other days, on all days. The event wizard is going to just make sure that every teacher you have is checked. If you want to adjust that, you go to the schedules and you can adjust it. Another thing you can adjust on the schedules page is the interval. As you can see, the interval is set based on the event day itself. But I can change that and have some teachers with longer or shorter meeting times. So on this day of the 1st, it's 15 minutes. On the 6th, it's 10 minutes, because that's what I set for the 6th day. But even if I wanted to have 15 minutes for most teachers on this day, I could have some teachers with longer or shorter meeting times. One of the other things you can do from the schedules page is view the schedule and adjust the schedule. Here, I can see all the time slots that were generated, and I can turn some of them into break times. I can also add meetings. When you're adding meetings, any of the parents that are listed in your account, if you have any parents listed there, will show up, and you can add those parents into the schedule. Then you can add the student, and you can save. The room and the virtual room can be used for in-person or virtual meetings. So when you put in a room number, that's the room number that the parents will see if it's an in-person meeting. If you are making a virtual meeting, you can have the virtual meeting with a link for the teacher that the teacher is going to have for all of the meetings, which the teachers can enter themselves. You don't have to do it, but you can also put it in yourself here.